Here are some of my favorite result-getting FCRA credit bureau violations you definitely want to pay attention to. And we're going to check out a couple of different accounts, actually 8 of them. And now you're going to want to look for these on your credit report. And if you don't already have the ability to check out all 3 bureaus side by side, my links for Identity IQ and Smart Credit are both down in the description. So this is what we're checking out. If you look at date last active, right below it is date of last payment, and above that is comments. So these are the 2 sections that we're looking at: comments and date of last payment, sticking to. So if you look at date of last payment, you're going to see 6/2023, 6/2023, and 9/2022. This should stick out because the date of last payment actually stipulates when the account is naturally going to come off. So if you add 7 years to 2023, that's going to give you a totally different year than adding 7 years to 2022. That means that they're going to fall off at 2 totally different times. And that, my friend, is called illegal re-aging. That's a violation. The second thing that you want to notice is the comment section. You see, this account was already disputed, but it's actually missing the notice of dispute on this account. And that's with Equifax, but it does have it on Experian and it does have it on TransUnion. Equifax, out of all 3 bureaus, is in violation of FCRA 623A3 and AC for failing to enter this notice within 30 days. What does that mean? If you go check out 623, it's going to very clearly tell you that an account that was disputed and not marked as in dispute cannot report on a credit report. Now, if you're thinking to yourself that, hey, that's probably just like a one-off, not very prevalent type of deal, we're looking at another client, another account, another instance of the same thing. 2019 last paid, missing on Experian, and 9/2020 on TransUnion. So again, what does that mean? It means it's going to come off 2 different years, and Experian isn't even reporting it, so they're done for. You would go after failure to enter the notice of dispute because it's not entered on Equifax, and the illegal on Equifax, missing on Experian, and illegal re-aging on TransUnion. A lot of people ask me, do I check every account for every client I process? Yes. I look at the account numbers, type, balance, the monthly payment, date last reported, the comments, date last active, the payment history, date of last payment. I look at it all because it's supposed to report a specific way. We're only talking about 2 violations, but I'm asked this question so much that I wanted to answer it. I break down the entire account every single time. Nothing's automated. Nothing is a template. If you've been following me for the 9 years I've been here on YouTube, then you already know with my 1,600 videos that there's very specific things that I'm looking for because it gets the results. So if I were looking at this account, I would check these 2 things. This account was disputed. Again, notice of dispute was not entered. It cannot report on the credit report, and date of last payment. I'm always going to see the same violations every time. So if you're looking at your credit report and don't know what to dispute or why, I recommend checking out my playlist, especially for removing charge-offs, because it's going to walk you through the things that you're looking for, how an account should report, and how to attack these violations. And of course, if you check out the comment section, you're going to find out a bunch of resources like my credit repair course. So with this one, we don't have a payment history. It just doesn't exist. That's this 2-year payment history down here in the bottom. And it's supposed to be there because this is actually a charge-off. If you look at the payment status, it doesn't even say it's a charge-off. It says it's unknown because it's included in bankruptcy. When you include something in bankruptcy, it changes the whole account. It can turn a collection into a charge-off into an unknown status, and it can change the payment history, like getting rid of it entirely. Let's stick with these 2 violations. If I pull 10 random clients, I'm going to see on at least 60% of these credit reports the same violations, and that's why we're going over this today. All right. And I do have an all-in-one crash course for credit sweeps. You can check out that down in the description, as well as my credit sweep stall tactics video that shows you how to deal with some of these things that the credit bureaus purposely do and what you should be looking out for. But let's go back to violations. I might make one on violations specifically. What would you say in a dispute letter if you were looking at something like this? First of all, we're going to go and start with date last payment. Delete this account for illegal re-aging because, don't forget that word because, Equifax shows that the date last paid was 2019 Experian is completely missing it, so that needs to be deleted right there. And TransUnion illegally re-aged this account from 2019 to now report September 2020, which means that this account was going to come off almost a year after it was supposed to naturally fall off. Now, what if you disputed it? It looked like this, you disputed it, it came back, and the comment section was missing the notice of dispute. What would you do? What would you say? You ask me all the time, what do you say? You're pointing out violations, Kristen, but you're not telling us what to say. It's simple. I disputed this on X date. 30 days later, the notice was supposed to report that I disputed it, and it didn't. And in FCRA 623, it says that an account that was disputed, that is not marked in dispute, cannot report and needs to be deleted. You can very simply say, delete for violation of FCRA 623, failure to enter notice of dispute, because it was required by X date. The X date is the 31st day after they received your dispute. This one, again, no payment history, so that's not there. And this is a Macy's account, so it is a charge off, and it's because, again, it was included in bankruptcy. And we're looking at 2019, missing 2020. So these same rules apply to this, where we would use literally the same exact thing as the previous account. This one is different because we have payment history. The first day of delinquency, at least for the last 24 months, starts May 2022. Equifax reports the last payment date was May 2022. If you look at the payment history, it says that it was 30 days late, May 22, and then 60, 90, so on and so forth. That means that a payment was not received in May 2022, or the payment history is incorrect. Same thing here. 2022, 2023, not marked as in dispute. And this one is not marked as in dispute. So we have violations here. This one's from Smart Credit. Look at this. Date last paid. If we go look at date last paid right here, 9/2023, 9/2023, 1/2022. That is illegal re-aging. And if you look at the payment history, this just doesn't make any sense. Let's skip that. Go to creditor remarks, nothing here. Both are violations. Disputed, not marked as in dispute. And it says right here, account not disputed. Many instances of the same violations, different clients, different credit reports. If you look at your credit report and you understand what you're looking at, that you too will see these violations. We have two left. This one, I did last paid, 2021, 2021, 2022, illegal re-aging. We also have activity after the close date. I have a different video about that. Look at the payment history for a second. January 2022 is on time here, but reported as late here. So tell me how that happens. No notice of dispute. I'm going to show you how easy it is to find these. I use these all the time when I break down my accounts and manually dispute to get these things off my clients' credit reports. So take a look at this activity after the close date. We also have totally inconsistent payment history. 1/2023, 1/2023, 6/2022. Not marked as disputed here or here. These are two violations to permanently and legally remove negative items from your credit report. Do you have questions about this? Post it down in the comments. Smash that subscribe if you haven't done so. And as always, if you want to see if I can do a credit sweep for you, that link is right at the top of the screen.